Hello, welcome and welcome back. This is Jacob and today we are gonna be continuing the Let's Play for Reverse 1999. And today we're gonna be jumping into one of the old side stories so we can jump into one of the new side stories that will be upon us pretty soon. So I do want to get through this one so I can actually for once participate in something fresh and new that is gonna be on the server, on the global server of this game. So I'm kinda excited. But yeah, today we're gonna be jumping into the revival, the Uluru games, and I'm looking forward to it. No idea what this is gonna entail, but I presume there's gonna be a trailer playing at the beginning when we jump into this, and we'll see then. Or rather, I'm gonna see then. For now, I have no idea what's in this thing. But yeah, last time we rounded up a pretty big portion of the game. Finally, but not completely finally, as there's certain bits and pieces that are still not re-added into the game that I still need to check out, as you guys reminded me in the comment section of the previous episode. For example, the Kakania and the Isolde story that were added with chapter 6 are obviously not back into the game, but considering that they brought back this thing for the prisoners in the cave, I presume they're gonna do the same at some point for Kakania and Isolde, and I'm personally looking forward to it, honestly. And I think Chapter 7 as well had character stories that have not been added, or rather re-added yet, of course. But we'll cover those in the future when they come back. But for the time being, we're stuck with waiting, or rather I'm stuck with waiting. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what those stories are gonna entail. But speaking of the comments on the previous episode, @AngelWing9 said, and this is in regards to the series question that I posted because I couldn't remember if that got resolved or left out dry essentially. But AngelWing said, "From what I remember, Grandma Narrator kinda explains the point of series in that one extra node. It questions the math and the old process of determining it a planet. It is considered a dwarf planet now, so it makes the player question whether the people of Apeiron are actually following science or tradition. It ties to the overall theme of the arc of Apeiron by asking who is the prisoner in the cave, us or them." Also, very quickly to interject, that is pretty much on point of, I think, with what I was talking about in my thoughts roundup of the chapter and everything, when I was also kind of addressing the whole prisoner in a cave thing, and pretty much saying that to me it felt like it was a reverse situation of the prisoner in the cave, where the islanders were, you know, on the other end of the stick, kinda in the opposite end of the view. But yeah, anyway, you continue. Anyways, yeah, while 2.0 and 2.1 are a bit far away from coming out in the reflections, you do have a lot of backup content to keep the LP going, especially if you are planning on doing character stories and anecdotes. You could also do all the upcoming events 2.3 all the way to 2.5 as they come out, since none of them connect with the main story in major ways like 2.0 and 2.1. First off, thank you for all of that, AngelWing, cause that pretty much gives me a good kind of like head plan for how to proceed. Cause obviously when 2.3 comes around, they're probably gonna add another story in here. I have no idea actually what the next one is after Uluru games. I guess I'm gonna see when the update goes live. But regardless, thank you for that, because, yeah, obviously, I'm gonna definitely go through both the Uluru games now. Considering that I also saw it brought up in the comments section that the Mesmer story that I was looking for last time will probably be added once the patch goes live for 2.3. Maybe in between Uluru games, like in between this one and the next one, I'm gonna do one of these just standalone episodes for anecdotes like I did before, or rather the ones that I keep doing here and there, that is. So probably gonna do the Mesmer one in between. Maybe if it's short enough, I'm gonna combine it with the Diggers one to get both of them out of the way while Chapter 7 and the main story are still fresh on my mind. But we'll see when that comes around, right? Once the first Uluru games are covered, I'm probably gonna look into that. There's still also the the window to the other side, the roguelite mode that at some point I'm definitely gonna be jumping into. I'm probably gonna do it after I'm done with the Uluru games, like completely, with both the first one and the second one. Gonna jump into that and do it, and we'll see how that's gonna go. The other thing that I saw brought up in the comment section as well is about Matilda as a playable unit. Okay, I see she's basically the one unit you get every so often for free. So that's the only way to get imprints for her. It's gonna take a while. Pretty much for Arcanists players, she's pretty much savage. She's pretty much operator savage that you get like once per year when the anniversary rolls around, and that's fine. That's fine by me. However, I will say, considering in this game, I don't think I've encountered it yet, but I don't think in this game there is any, and I think I've already asked this, but I don't think in this game there is any way to imprint a character besides to pull or get a dupe for the character. I believe, at least. I don't remember ever seeing something that replaces an imprint, unless I haven't seen it yet, or noticed it yet. But, yeah, you can do that in Arcanists. In Arcanists, you literally never are pressed to pull a dupe for a character, because you can always get replacement chips from, like, the red certificate shop or the contingency contracts also sell you with their currency when they are live. Imprint chips essentially for 5 stars and 6 stars as well. So you can get replacements. You're never pressed to pull for a dupe, especially because in that game dupes are nothing. They are literally nothing. If you pull a dupe, you feel more like, ah, shit. Because the imprints in Arcanists are nothing. The biggest benefit you get from an imprint is literally just DP cost reduction, the deployment cost. Everything else is so negligible, like it means literally nothing. I always love seeing people who sweat around about getting multiple dupes to max imprint a character, and I get it. If you have like a favorite, you're gonna do that for them, right? But at the same time, I'm just like, you could have just spread these resources out across the entire year that you just wasted on this one character, especially because you can literally get the chips and or work on the chips over the next several weeks or months slowly and, you know, casually, and get the max imprint for a character. But anyway, it's up to the person if they want to do that. I just find it always funny. I personally just always find that stuff very funny. But yeah, anyway, how about we jump into the Uluru games and see what is happening in this thing, cause, again, I have no idea what this is gonna be about, and I'm presuming there's gonna be a trailer that's gonna play the moment I click on this thing, so, let's see what happens. Oh yeah, here we go. Oh yeah, I saw that you guys said this is taking place in Australia.
Lineages. A rare kind, Miss Spathodea.
Oh, this is where she comes in.
Cases, you
right.
will eventually become yourself again.
Hmm?
The old self.
Uh-huh. That's a wishbone.
What you saw in your mind were not illusions, but memories from your past self.
Ooh.
I remember it now.
Uh-huh.
Under the starry sky, on the scorching sand.
That's Red Rock.
Arcanists ran like a herd of beasts. Gosh, they're all in my head. That's the only sport stadium built for Arcanists.
What? Alright.
First priestess of Uluru ever.
Uh-huh.
I don't think any Arcanist would say no to witnessing the revival of the once magnificent games.
I like this grandiose music.
A junior student from Melbourne. An old soul, a reincarnator. What's her attitude and what will she do? Please, find out with me.
Come on, Flammy. Let's light up the Uluru torch.
Ah. Mm-hmm. Alright. This is where this character also comes in. I was kinda expecting that. Ooh! Oh shit, lyrics? Yo! What is this music? Damn! That voice! I'm gonna lie, I just want to sit here and vibe to this music anyway. I think we need to begin. Alright. Okay, so main event story here. Okay, this is the usual setup for these. These two characters get their own story later on. Okay, so pretty much the same as always. Did the lyrics completely cut off now? Oh, they did! Oh, that's a very interesting detail. That's kind of dope. Okay, so what do we have? We have 15 stages in this one, huh? A tiny bit shorter than the usual one, but okay. Let's see. Roller coaster. Also, what happened here? What? A collision can spark the beginning of a story. It can also lead to a strange medical bill. What? All right. Mm-hmm. Okay, you're lingering a lot on this.
G'day, you've reached Desert Flannel.
Oh god, I'm gonna have to deal with so many Aussie accents. Oh boy, this is gonna be fun.
I'm not home right now, or I don't have time for calls. Please leave a message after the beep. Hello? We've only got 20 minutes before the game starts. Where are you? Get your ass here now, unless you're dead. Look, I know you're not into these games, but you can really use the money, right? Otherwise, you wouldn't have come to me.
Not a single beam of light can pass through the thick blackout curtain. Blocked out by it is a perfect sunny day.
If you stand me up again, we're both screwed.
Whatever. Just leave it to Thursday.
The game on Thursday is crucial. I will get expelled if I mess it up. I'm begging you. Just come over now.
I see the good old damn it is still censored.
Thursday?
Between the quilt and the bed, the bipedal animal is struggling to come back to the waking world.
It's Thursday?
Yes. The bird is like a head-on shocking blow. She has missed out on so many things. Uh-huh. Ooh. Oh, I haven't seen this background in a while. A similar misfortune befalls someone else, too.
We missed the right junction. The roads are different from the map Mr. Slouch Hat gave us.
Oh yeah, it just came to my mind now. I saw the one comment that brought it up, that, and I did respond to it as well, that there is basically a timeline that fans have put together as to, like a timeline of the storms and everything, when everything is taking place. I'm not gonna immediately look it up, like right now, but probably when I catch up a bit more with the stories and start diving into probably chapter 8, then I'm gonna probably take a look at that and see how all of the all of the timeline is laid out, essentially. If it's decently viewable, I might even leave it for like maybe like a reaction portion of a video in the future? We'll see. Anyway.
It's too outdated to provide any useful information.
Terrific. We've gone wrong again. This is
it's you.
Yeah, the 4th time.
Okay, so Madpack is here and I say Madpack and the only thing that comes to mind is oh god, no, I'm not gonna say it. Nope. I'm not gonna do the phrase. It's a theory. Let's go.
Since my short life is supposed to be spent in creating huge value for all the living things in this world,
A game theory. Sorry.
Foundation should have sent me another bodyguard, a more reliable one. And the contact here should have offered us a more reliable map.
I am the one and only reliable bodyguard who can keep you safe among all the others in the Foundation.
Uh-huh.
You are of great significance to Laplace. They don't want you to take any risks.
Cities always change and maps are supposed to follow them in step.
We can go back to the last junction or keep going forward. There is a trail about 300 meters ahead, and it leads all the way to the Rolling Croc bookstore. You want to check the map?
When things don't work out one way, a researcher will find another. See? There comes another way.
The girl coming around from the corner is the perfect choice.
Hey, wait. Miss Spathodea, right?
Who are you?
She is adorable as heck.
Do I know you?
I like the frazzled hair. With sweat on the tip of her nose, she keeps hopping on the spot. Beastie badge with her name on it is pinned to her chest. Clearly, she is not aware of what gives her away. No, I don't think so. Do you know the Rolling Croc bookstore? Do you know the Rolling Croc bookstore?
Excuse us. We're looking for a bookstore. It's called the Rolling Croc, with a hand drum made of crocodile skin hanging on the signboard.
And that very store has the fragment of the fungus potion analysis report I want. If it weren't for that, no one would have taken a walk on this ridiculously vast land. No one! Besides, there's no frisbee here.
The Rolling Croc. Rolling? Oh, I pass by that store every morning when I exercise. Go straight ahead, turn right into the lane after passing by a cafe with an orange signboard, and there it is. But do keep your heads down, or you'll be hit by the signboards there.
God, the Aussie accent. Amazing.
I can take you there if you need... Oh, shoot!
Beep, beep, beep.
Warm-up time's almost over. I have to go. My coach is waiting for me for the punching exercise. Sorry, guys. Hope you find the store.
Thank ya.
Thank you.
Make way! Make way! Move aside!
Oh god.
It's okay. Don't mention it.
They're about to bonk. The girl is setting out again. Her crisp voice overlaps the approaching shouting.
Wait! Someone's at the corner! Watch!
Out.
Ah! Help!
And rip.
Fire.
Uh-oh.
I'm on fire.
Uh-oh. 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 What's happening?
Confusion and weak pulse. We have to take her to Laplace.
Damn, she got knocked out cold. What the hell? Bedroom. A very tidy one. Or not so tidy.
I'm fine. I'm always fine.
Uh-huh. I can already feel some, something that she needs to work out. And I'm not mean physically. Tossing and turning.
What happened to me? Did I really break some part of myself?
No?
They said I passed out, but it doesn't feel like that to me. My vest is dusty, but I don't feel any pain at all.
She tosses around in bed, crumpling the bed sheet like battered up tissues.
Maybe I need more ice water.
She gulps down some cold water.
No. Maybe it's hot tea that I need.
And takes a sip of boiling hot black tea.
Oh, shoot. It's not working at all.
What's the problem?
I should have gone to that lab lettuce place with those wacky people and had a physical examination. Let me see. Their card is in... Wait, no.
Lettuce. Oh, so she didn't go with them. Okay.
I've turned them down. If I go back to them... that'll be super embarrassing. Besides, I bumped my head on the ground, but it's my stomach that's feeling sick now. I'm sure this is just a coincidence.
Don't think so.
I seldom have junk food, and never miss the training at school. I know my body well. It's healthy and tough.
She says so to comfort herself, shaking her head and pulling out a photo album from under the pillow.
I already took the medicine for stomach pain. Now just take a break and distract myself from it.
Athletes? The moment she opens the album, a breeze blows out from it.
The smell of soil, mineral, burning coal, and the golden panda. That already makes me feel much better.
Everyone has their own way to chill out, so does Spathodea. She eagerly draws in the breeze, running her finger along the edge of the photos. In one of the photos, an Arcanist with rosy cheeks is flying on a broom, cheering for her victory.
This is the first photo in my collection. Mom gave it to me for my 5th birthday. In 1884, Branchville was very popular amongst Arcanists. The Uluru games that year had more trees than that in any other years.
Uluru. God, Australian accents. Amazing.
Then, in 1900, St. Pavlov Foundation took over the Uluru Games.
Okay.
Out of security concerns, they abolished 1/3 of the events that involved dangerous actions and imposed a lot of regulations on the rest. Jones got 1st place in the game that year. Then, the games in 1938. It was the most successful one ever since the Foundation took over. It was so successful, almost everyone thought the games would be revived and brought back to the public. Until...
What happened? A slight sigh escapes her mouth. Now she's looking at the last page of the thin album.
I wish I could see the Uluru Stadium with my own eyes again. Even for just a minute.
Did a storm hit or something?
Like how I used to host the opening ceremonies in there. Back then, I stood on the highest platform, igniting a flame from the wood saturated by ointment. And then, flew on a rosewood branch, following a canoe in water and gently pushing it forward. But the flame had a fight with me. I trembled with anger because she was such an unreasonable blockhead. Then my sight was filled with darkness. My sight? My sight?
Whose memories are you talking about, girl? Sophia unconsciously scratches her chest and then her throat.
Did I just say something? What are these things doing in my head? Are they illusions? When did I go to the desert? Since when did I...
Oh god. A warm touch of itch climbs from her stomach to her chest, squeezing itself out of her windpipe. God, the music. Like a bird fluffing its damp feathers, struggling its way out from her body.
It's the medicine! working? My stomach is much better now, but my throat, it's burning and itchy.
Ugh. I think you have a passenger in there. Oh. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Oh, hi.
Mum!
Mum?
Mum never told me we're descendants of the Red Dragon? No. I need to see the doctor right now!
Descendants of the Red Dragon. Okay. Uh-huh. That's an interesting phrase. Okay. That's a beginning. Alright then. The lovely neighbor. Uh-huh. Let it be known, the best way to call on a neighbor has never been to climb the treetops and wait by her window late at night. Excuse me? Excuse me? Please don't climb on your neighbor's windows and oogle them. Oh, that's our Laplace branch office. Laplace reception room.
Now, let's summarize what happened. You fell into a coma for 16 minutes and 30 seconds yesterday due to external impact. Then you woke up and found yourself fine.
That's right!
On that night, you felt an unusual burn coming up to your throat from your stomach. At the same time, you had weird illusions. And at last, you vomited a ball of fire.
Yes, that's right, exactly.
She reminds me of a mouse. She reminds me of a desert mouse.
For one last time.
I will not even be surprised if her coffer animal form is that of some kind of desert rodent. Or even a kangaroo? Like a mini kangaroo? Considering the boxing gloves and everything?
Are you sure? No one in your family is related to the Red Dragon?
100% positive. I checked all the family photos and medical records and even rang Mum and Dad. They denied every possibility of it.
Why am I reacting with ugh?
The symptom is really rare to see.
I know. So, don't walk away on me.
Oh, each of her hands clenches one wrist from the other two, joining them together like a folding buoy line in a swimming pool.
Are you really buying that?
I don't doubt it.
Also, I think I have her. I think. I'm gonna have to check. I think I do.
Then you're a donut. Would have lost all your clothes to any rorter that comes up to you if you wandered long enough on the streets.
Then you're a fucking donut? What kind of... Huh? I don't think I've ever heard someone say, then you're a fucking donut. Alright, that's a phrase.
And you, I'm warning you. Take your little claws off me. Let me go now.
Hey, you were the one who burst out of nowhere and knocked me over. Now my brain's not working right and you're responsible for it.
Yeah? You mean this smidge of zombie fire? You reckon this is the first time an Arcanist sees it? Can get you 20 of these in 2 days in any workshop. You gotta try harder if you want to fool me.
Whoa. I'm not a liar. I saw that ball of fire come out of my mouth.
Alright. Irritated by their skepticism, she shoves the fire into her mouth. See, it doesn't burn me at all. I'm not a liar. Well, your cheeks are glowing.
You frauds never stop coming up with new scams. No cheat, no eat. Heard that before? Go home with your fake fire. If you continue doing this, be careful of the bunyips. They will crawl into your house through the sewerage and take your tongue because lies are their favorite food.
But there is no evidence to prove that she is telling a lie.
Evidence? I have more than enough evidence to prove she's not some innocent lamb. She climbed up the tree outside my window and was shouting and screaming there in the middle of the night. The moment I went outside, she took me here like she was carrying a bag of groceries.
Okay, I understand what the text was about.
One may infer that she was shocked by the fire vomiting and thus displayed abnormal behaviors.
Yes.
My God, don't you have adults at home to put some senses in your head? Haven't they taught you not to trust the stranger's words? Especially if they show up at late hours?
It's a kid!
It's a stranger? I know something's wrong with my head, and I'm not even sure who I really am anymore. But you shouldn't have forgotten me. We are neighbors, Desert Flannel. I live 3 streets away. I even said hello to you.
I don't think she cares or remembers you properly. Also, 3 streets away in a city? That's a lot of people in between you.
3 streets away? How does it make us neighbors?
Exactly.
And I don't think our little covered street is part of your fancy community, where people sit by the white fountains and walk in the street gardens. The last time I checked, I was not from some rich immigrant family. No matter what you're looking for money or for fun, I couldn't care less about it. The only thing I care about is that my landlord will kick me out if I fail to pay rent this month. So let me go!
Damn, the chick is an attitude. Desert Flannel struggles, pulls her arm out of the grip, and storms off.
No, you must not leave.
Spathodea jumps up from the sofa and grabs Desert Flannel's collar roll, but loses her balance. Like toppling dominoes, the 3 of them fall over each other and tumble down to the ground.
Ugh! I think I just nicked you in the teeth.
Ooh.
You must not leave. At least, not before I figure out what happened to me.
They exchange painful smoochies.
Things are flashing in my mind now. Sometimes the past, sometimes the present. I remember I can sing, but soon I forget how to do that. I remember the crowd who worshipped me on their knees. They're running somewhere like the Uluru Stadium. And something hot. A hot bonfire? Is that a bonfire? Anyway, no matter what it is, I'm just an ordinary person like anyone else living at the end of the century. These things shouldn't be in my mind. There must be something wrong with me. With my head or other parts. I can't just go nuts now. My training plan, it's all ruined. I even have a game to play at the end of the year.
Oh, help the baby.
Relax. The symptoms may not last. Sensing omens doesn't always mean danger to Arcanists. Given the complexity of the situation, I think you need a more detailed physical examination to find the crux. We will help you and take care of you until you completely recover, or say, become completely normal again.
You... Thank goodness. At least I can count on you.
Vertin's just like, candidate for the suitcase. Check.
Both my mum and dad aren't home right now. I'm on my own. It's all over for me if the condition gets worse. At least, that's how it goes in the TV.
Don't jump to the worst conclusion yet. Follow me.
Okay. Thank you.
Spathodea wipes off the tears in her eyes and keeps up with Vertin, but soon they both stop and turn back to the one still on the sofa. Yes, you're coming along.
What? What are you staring at?
Do I need to show you the poster of this thing? Where you're in the car with them, you're coming along.
She's having a body checkup. Do I have to tag along?
Yes.
You're going to sneak away for those part-time jobs, aren't you?
Fine, genius. You win.
There we go. Murmuring something, Desert Flannel unwillingly follows the thief.
Oi, you with the suitcase. Do you know how I can get a job here? Looks like they pay their employees well.
Another one for the suitcase. Check. Okay, this is a beginning. Chinga Chinga? What are these names? Oh god, no. Oh god, no. Poor. I'm calling for extra supervision if Matt Pack is gonna be doing the examination. When they saw the fluorescence in the forest, the flickering inspiration, the essence of the human soul, they shouted as loudly as they desired. Who? Chinga Chinga? What does that even mean? Is that in a local... some local stuff? I don't even know what to call it. Laplace Clinic.
Here is Miss Spathodea's physical examination.
Oh, how sweet. They even got you the Salvia Zopiclone patches.
Salvia Zopiclone? Okay.
If the illusions get too real and you can't sleep, use them.
Okay.
Okay, thanks. But I need to ask my coach if I can use it.
Don't worry. It's been approved by the Therapeutic Goods Administration of Campbell. The ingredients include salvia, mint, and a hallucination potion. They can neutralize the side effect perfectly.
Uh-huh. The researcher opens the girl's medical record, takes off the patch sticking to the cover, and slides it to the girl.
Actually, you're quite the lucky one, you know. That old map shows there used to be stairs where you fell down, with over 100 steps. Thank goodness you live in the right time. Otherwise, you would have tumbled all the way down there. In that case, no one can tell what you would vomit, fire, or maybe something even worse.
Oh. Medical Pocket's voice dies down like a flame being blown out. Uh-oh. Muted for a while, Medical Pocket briskly collects the files on the table and walks towards the door.
Wait here. I need to get someone. A weirdo for sure, yet the best person we can turn to for this problem.
Huh?
All right. I think that's the last thing I'd like to hear from a doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Would you just let go of my hand, Sheila? Or the good doctor here will have to cut this hand off later because of necrosis.
I will. But can I hold it for another 5 minutes, please? I'm sort of nervous.
This poor baby. Time spent in anxiety feels like a year. Oh yes. Oh yes.
That's right. Breathe in, breathe out. Then unbend the fingers. I'm also human. I feel pain too, sweetheart.
The footsteps of the mysterious guest coming from the hallway are getting closer and closer.
I can't believe how lucky I am. We haven't seen a living case for decades.
Holy thick Australian accent right now. She has more of an accent than the other two.
This is exciting. Thank you for letting me know about this, Medicine Pocket.
Not at all, Ezra, my dear friend.
Ezra?
See, I always keep you and your weird little mushrooms at the back of my mind. So, it'd be best if you could give them to me without leaving any records in Laplace's system next time.
We're dealing with shrooms here? You. Of course one weirdo would know the other weirdo.
Anyway, we can talk about that later. Now, go check out the girl. She might be very useful for your paper on Arcana.
Of course. I'll tend to her in a moment. I just want to tell you how much I appreciate your thoughtfulness. I've been waiting for this for too long.
Uh-huh. Ezra turns directly to Spathodea.
What?
Also, now that I think about it, Spathodea sounds so Greek, doesn't it? It kind of just hit me. I mean, we are doing with some games and stuff here, so kind of even more reminds me of of Olympic Games and stuff. Anyway, the young researcher walks to her as steady as a boat floating on the water, smiling.
May? You mean me?
Yes.
Certainly, Miss Spathodea. I came for you.
We're about to get shroomed.
I've been briefed on your case and had a basic understanding of the inner flame temperature and the fuel through the laboratory report. Here's a list summarizing all the conditions. It's still a draft, but please, take a look.
She sees a list with dense writing in ink that has barely dried.
Since your condition is stabilized, and as a teenager, you're still in a developmental stage, I'd recommend you to run a test which is more friendly and pleasant to your nose.
Uh-huh. Considering that she was called a weirdo, she's way too calm and collected now. I'm just waiting for the moment where she's gonna go nuts with something. And it's probably gonna involve shrooms or some shit like that. Anyway, Ezra grabs a Y-shaped metal rod and a piece of cotton-like material and holds them in his palm. Okay.
Now, please blink 3 times at this dowsing rod and blow on it as lightly as possible.
What's this?
Oh, no, not like that. Just be gentle with it. Lower your voice so, that you don't blow away the spores on the filter.
Uh-huh. The white filter paper almost touches the tip of her nose. She can't say no to such a gentle and soft request like that. So she closes her eyes, lowers and lowers her voice, and repeats the instruction to herself.
Okay. Blink 3 times and blow.
The fluorescent spores on the filter paper curl immediately and turn a cheery amber color.
And we're going to roll it up and fix it on the dowsing rod. Now time will do its magic.
Uh-huh.
Doctor, is there a cure for my head? Wait, is that the smell of mushroom?
Yep.
It is related to mushrooms, and I'm not a doctor. Please forgive me, Miss Spathodea. I was so overjoyed I forgot to introduce myself. Hello, I'm Ezra. I'm a human researcher at the Laplace Australia branch. My research is mostly on the diversity of local mushrooms and fungi. I'm very thrilled to meet you.
You're not a doctor? Just a researcher. And a human?
She sounds so disappointed.
And you're working on mushrooms?
That's right. It's a shame that I didn't become a member of the arcane study team, but I'm equally interested in mushrooms. I enjoy this job.
Spathodea turns pale, holding her face, and steps back in horrified disbelief.
So, they get you here to treat me, which means...
Uh-huh.
I'm not a descendant of the red dragon, but that of mushrooms? I'm a fire-breathing mushroom girl?
No.
No, I'm not here to diagnose your abnormality, Miss Spathodea. You're perfectly healthy. Your brain CT result looks normal, and I can see you're in good shape. In a stricter medical sense, you're almost one of the healthiest people I've ever seen.
Finally someone has a sharp eye. So the truth has been unraveled. There has never been any illusions, nor is anybody putting on some strange, absurd, fire-spitting show.
But she did not lie. Please, take a look at this.
Uh-huh, there we go.
According to the analysis, the core of her fire consists of an obsidian gravel that has 22 evenly distributed layers.
Okay.
This is no modern thing. It's old, dating back thousands of years.
What? What do you mean? Whose side are you on?
Have I made it difficult for you to understand? Well, you'll know when you see it. Please bear with me for 5 minutes.
Holding the metal rod, Ezra switches the buttons on the machine. The moss in the backpack exhales, letting out a cloud of mist.
Have you heard of the reincarnators?
The what now? Ezra unfolds the filter paper and holds the 2 ends of the rod.
It's one of the Arcanist lineages, a rare kind. Since this power can only be randomly triggered, and its manifestation could happen anywhere, anytime, and in any fashion, it is hard to identify them when there is one.
This is a very interesting musical track in the background. Fits very well with the mysticism right now.
The most well-known case must be Dorothy of London.
Uh-huh.
She fell down the stairs in her own house and lost every vital sign. But she woke again and became the ancient Egyptian Bentreshit.
Uh-huh.
You're not saying that she's...
Miss Spathodea is a reincarnator. Those so-called illusions are not a result of any brain damage. They were once real. It's her past. Based on the past cases, she'll go through a period of mental turmoil. That could be short or longer than anyone could expect. But eventually, she will become herself again. The old self.
Oh, okay.
But how is that possible? Everybody knows that the reincarnators are just some lousy made-up tabloid stories.
Apparently not.
That's right. Sensationalism. That's the mainstream opinion about the reincarnators. In Dorothy's case, her experience of learning Egyptian and her career as an archaeologist also caused controversies over her true lineage, which is understandable since people haven't seen a reincarnator in years.
That rare, huh?
But at the beginning of the 20th century, when Dorothy fell down the stairs which decided her fate, Laplace Scientific Computing Centre established its Australia branch, carrying out studies of local fungi. The fungi study is a brand new direction, and it has been secretly developing next to the public since, like the Australian honey fungus, growing without getting anyone's attention. The facts will speak for themselves. Please allow me to prove it to you. Medicine Pocket, could you please turn off the lights for us? Cheers.
Cheers, mate. The poles of the metal fork sway in the dark room, letting out a buzzing sound like a bee floating in the air.
When we talk about reincarnation, the real question behind it is whether the soul exists. Because the soul is commonly considered to be the essence of what makes a person who he or she is. If a person dies, his or her soul will return to the ever-circulating network.
Network? What network?
A theory developed from Riemanns on the hypotheses which underlie geometry describe the world as an eternal, vast, invisible yet ubiquitous net.
Okay.
And as the news story described, a reincarnator is a miracle where a soul disappears from point A and shows up at point B without any clear reasons.
Almost sounds like the theory about wormholes. Also, a theory developed from Riemanns on the hypotheses which underline geometry describe the world as a eternal, vast, invisible, yet ubiquitous net. Okay. That sounds like the leyline stuff that some fantasy games tend to use. Anyway.
Exactly, Miss Vertin. I'm amazed that you know so much about the reincarnators.
The sparkling spores floating in the humid air slowly approach each other and intertwine.
That report described the reincarnators as incomprehensible and spontaneous. But the truth is, we've never gotten close enough to observe and study them.
Huh? What's the shiny powder on my fingers?
Spathodea looks upwards and can't help from letting out a small cry. Ooh!
Gosh! It's like the neural network I read in the textbook.
You have a sharp sense. You Arcanists never cease to amaze me. The latest studies have shown that the working mechanism of mushroom flora may be similar to the brain's, and we have made some progress from that. This is why the study of mushrooms is important. It enriches our understanding of the reincarnators, for they are hard to find.
Huh. Alright. Also, complete side note, it took me way too long to notice the didgeridoos under the music.
You mean these things floating in the air? Mushrooms?
Yes.
The Australian honey fungus. The mushrooms living beneath the ground. It's a pathogenic gem that causes roots to rot. It was first discovered in a eucalyptus plantation in southeastern Australia. At the end of the 1970s, Laplace researchers who intervened in the local environment protection found that, unlike other fungi which reproduce through the spreading of spores, the honey fungi spread by the growth of their underground mycelia all over the forest.
Okay.
You think it's like that invisible net?
Yes, a net hiding underground, in which you see an object disappear at point A and magically emerge again at point B. The reincarnators are very similar to Australian honey fungus in this aspect.
Okay.
And with her breath, a small amount of her saliva, and the dowsing rod, we will be able to find her net and map her movements on it.
Huh.
And when her gaze emblazes the Omphalotus nidiformis...
Omphalotus what? Isn't that a ghost fungus?
Yes, the ghost fungus. The mushrooms that glow in the dark. They're called chinga in older times, which means spirit and soul, the sparkle of ideas in human minds.
Okay, at least I read it correctly. Chinga.
If the mushroom has simulated Spathodea's net, then these two light spots are...
The one closer to us represents the current Miss Spathodea, and the farther and brighter one is what put her through the changes now.
No.
Or that's me in the past? And I will gradually turn into... Huh?
That is a scary thought, actually. Thinking about it. Your whole current personality and yourself that you were kind of getting overwritten by a past version of yourself. Ooh. The light is back in the room. The ventilator emitting 2 consecutive notifications as it extracts the sparkling lights out together with the heavy moisture in the air.
5 minutes. We are right on time. Miss Desert Flannel,
Time.
how do you feel?
Damn it! If she's so badly injured, how much would the compensation be? Is this how my life will be? Being heavily in debt?
Miss Desert Flannel, you're nibbling at your nails. You will get hurt from it. Please stop.
Me? I'm fine. Are you talking to me? You were saying?
She's so out of it.
Yes, I was asking how you're doing. Did you get my drift?
I think. Well, I know it's highly unlikely that this little girl was hatched from a dragon's egg, but is it possible that she's just some kind of uncommon lizard? You know, the really ancient ones? Anything but a reincarnator.
But what you said doesn't make sense.
What do you mean it doesn't make sense? It was fire coming out of her mouth.
Desert Flannel points at the fire placed on the couch, which is still burning, and shakes her digital pet machine.
And my only family here is a pixel emu. Does it make sense to you?
I don't follow. I know this is not your fault. It's just your Arcanist nature taking over. It's very normal if you got too carried away by your emotions and became delusional and hysterical. Please, take my hand. I was once trained to help Arcanists calm down. Now breathe with me. In and out.
Uh-huh.
Me? I'm not hysterical.
Said the hysterical girl with offense. Thank you,
What do
game.
you know about Arcanists?
Sparks. Sparks. Said the outraged bystander. In the white room, the argument snowballs. The argument snowballs, tumbling out of control, letting a wisp of smoke slither across the room unnoticed.
Everyone.
Please, believe me that I meant you no harm, Miss Spathodea. I was only trying to help.
Help? How? By calling us delusional? There's nothing I hate more than humans like you saying that others are over-emotional.
Uh-oh.
People.
Uh-oh.
No, nothing like that. Miss Spathodea, it is not my intention to criticize anything or anyone. It's just biologically, Arcanists tend to be more sensitive and easily affected.
Uh-oh.
I also like Arcanists, almost as much as I'm interested in mushrooms. That's why I study them.
You are not helping right now, Ezra.
Do you smell something burning?
Yes, your ass is about to burn. Uh-oh. Before they realize it, the flame placed on the couch has already devoured its seat and the floor, spread to the door, and completely blocked their way out. The burning heat is approaching at a terrifying speed.
A fire! It's the flame I spat out! When did it grow so large?
Because you became pissed?
I tried to warn you.
Thank you,
It's grown
Vertin.
larger and larger as your lizard hypothesis heated up. I'm sure the guards of Laplace will break in soon.
Vertin, we need to work on your presence in a room, you know? You speak in a very low and very too calm tone for people to realize. You need to yell. You need to yell to get people's attention. Or, I don't know, we can give you a flashbang or something. Or a megaphone?
Security of Laplace Research Center Hospital taking over. All patients and non-staff, please follow me to evacuate the room. Evaluating fire level. Level 2. Extinguishing the fire. Source of ignition confirmed. Request for permission to use Kangaroo Foam Fire Extinguisher 3.
Kangaroo Foam Fire Extinguisher. Alright.
Wait! You can't put out my flame. It's important for me. Very, very important. I don't know why, but it's important, this is for sure. Those bubble kangaroos will kick its butt once they see the flames. I don't want that.
I'll protect it for you. Don't worry.
Alright. Does that lead into the first battle? Yup. Rehab center. Okay, who am I fighting here? Oh, really? I'm fighting the Laplace guards? Okay. What do they say? Station guard and patrol guard. Station guard. Security personnel. Better quality equipment doesn't seem to solve his troubles. He dreams of running into some imbeciles who can help him get a promotion. Instead of sitting in the office all day accumulating nothing but seniority. Patrol guard. He claims to possess a wealth of combat experience. For example, he can hold his breath for 180 seconds and find the emergency exit in the dark. Okay. Senior guard. One night he intercepted a radio transmission and thwarted a potential incursion. From that moment on, his helmet became his most treasured possession, to the point where he refuses to take it off even when sleeping. Wow. Is that why you... Is that broken glass? It kind of looks like broken glass. Anyway. Time for another team.
Program activated.
You. Alright, I know this is low level and everything, but time to, yeah, you know, nuke.
Keep calm. Listen.
Flee, mortals!
Now, to preserve this memory in our dreams.
Alright then. Chinga chinga indeed. Oh?
There you go. Now you're free from the fuzzy foam.
Thank goodness. I mean, thank you. Though I still smell like a Joey. I'm much better now.
In the early stages of arcane ability awakening, the rate of Arcanists losing control can reach 74.3%. But it doesn't mean that you can set a fire in the clinic of the Laplace Research Center Hospital. Or fight the security to protect the flame.
Uh-huh.
I know. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do this, and I have no idea why my flame grew so large all of a sudden. That never happened before. I know I should have been responsible and noticed the anomaly earlier. I was completely lost in the argument.
She buries her face in her hands and is still trying to bury it even deeper.
The silver lining is, as the fire was still under control, they used the Kangaroo Foam fire extinguisher and thus it didn't cause any casualties. Please write down your emotional changes and physical reactions that occurred during the incident on this sheet of paper. We'll keep tracking your physical health information. The concentration potion is on that table. and there are blankets and Type 2 PMMA safety boxes in the cabinet under the table. Please keep the hazard sealed for safekeeping.
Okay, got it.
Put the flame in a box.
You are still in an unstable state. Please have a rest here and don't move around. If you need anything, please press the call bell on your left and our nursing staff will come to help.
The medical staff collects the tray and walks out of the clinic, leaving the room in silence again.
Well, in case we burn another room... The box she mentioned is... Oh, here it is.
The flame be burning. She opens the transparent box and leans in towards the little flame.
I know Freedom matters, little flame, but we have no choice. Sorry, buddy.
Uh-huh. She reaches out a hand to push the flame into the box with great caution.
Alright, listen. My teacher said fire needs oxygen to burn. So I'll leave a small window for you to breathe.
I have always wanted
Oh boy.
to see you
What?
Oh boy.
go.
Are you talking? Gosh, the call bell. Where's the call bell?
Go back to Uluru. He must go back to Uluru Games.
Huh?
Uh-huh.
Uluru? Uluru Games? You mean the Uluru Games? Oh, make it clear, little flame, make it clear. What's going on with the Uluru Games?
Spathodea grabs the flame in a hurry. Oh, Jesus. The sparkling flame starts devouring her palm bite by bite.
Ah! The fire! It's burning on me! It feels different this time. It's so...
Far faster than expected, the flame spreads over her and her cry for help fades into the burning red. Oh, neat. Time to be a roasted Joey, and not just smell like one. Alright. So I'm guessing, hold on, let me go quickly in here. So I'm guessing the little flame is Ulu?
Wow, another worshipper. Have a seat.
Considering I just saw her in the trailer as well. Okay, so this explains this character, I guess? We'll see. Okay, where are we? Cross. This is a stage with multiple difficulties, huh? Okay. Inside one, level 5. Cross. A beautiful strike. These flames always hit their mark. Lakeside Garden.
Is this the Laplace fashion of dealing with emergencies? I swear, if anyone walks past us now, schoolers or deros, I will be instantly killed by their silent judgment.
As a matter of fact, when the patient or the subject becomes unstable during contact, it is necessary to isolate them from the triggering cause immediately.
Oh, I was like, what the hell are they covered in? I literally just noticed it. That's the foam. It literally takes the shape of little kangaroos, of little joeys. That's funny as hell, really.
But we just burnt down the isolation room.
That you did.
No wonder head nurse Judith was so angry.
Do the kangaroos actually make noise? Vertin! Why? Why do you have a kangaroo on your nose? And it's fighting!
Miss Vertin, are you alright?
No! She's not alright.
That kangaroo is punching your nose.
I'm fine.
Okay.
So is the kangaroo.
Good to know.
I'm sure Medicine Pocket will bring us the concentration potion soon.
Good to know that the kangaroo is fine.
They'd better. We look like a bunch of kangaroos, feel like kangaroos, and even, smell like kangaroos. We will make tomorrow's headline of the Australian Naga and become the 3 kangaroos hanging out on a public lawn at midnight. That'd be the end of our social lives as humans and the beginning of a life as kangaroos.
Doesn't sound so bad.
Make the headline? Ah, I see. Please, don't worry. Although it's true that Medicine Pocket is a frequent celebrity on the news, the concentration potion is not their work. Besides, we didn't use anything new in its development.
I'm not worried about that guy. I was talking about myself. There are paparazzi following me around these days.
I didn't know you were famous.
Fucking kangaroo.
I'm not. It's just that someone wants my name spread in a bad way. Ugh, trust me, you should never piss off the paparazzi.
You should turn to the police for help.
Yeah, just shut up and keep your eyes peeled for anything suspicious. I will toss his shoes on the power lines if I find him here.
Miss Desert Flannel, watch your back!
Oh.
What are those?
Holy.
It burns!
Holy. The young girl leaps to her feet, letting out a scream as the bench beneath her turns scorching hot.
Is this fire? Miss Desert Flannel, the lake is over there! Get in there!
Lake, I can't swim!
The fucking kangaroos. There are people shouting, feet running, sparks flying.
This stupid kangaroo kicked me in the eye! Ugh! Move! I can't see where the lake is!
Wait, calm down.
Oh, your kangaroo is gone.
You are not in danger. She is.
Are you joking? I was getting burned. Huh? There's nothing on my skin.
Yep. The unwanted visitor stands in front of them, panting as if she's burning from her body temperature. Her golden reflection sways in water like a real flame. Holy! Not gonna lie, you look dope. Oh, her hair literally like melted like lava. Damn.
Rice.
Uh-huh. The burning flame bounces from Desert Flannel to Ezra.
It didn't cause any damage on me. Just burning the foam on my skin. Is that some new method developed to get rid of the potion? But what is Miss Spathodea doing here? The head nurse shouldn't have let an unstable patient walk around freely. Did she sneak out?
Gosh, mate, she's on fire! Does she even remotely look stable to you?
Rise like a deer, stepping on the red soil where vines and woods grow.
Jeez. The glare and heat rush through her, like waves. Spathodea, engulfed in flame, approaches Desert Flannel with fiery eyes, mouth, heart, and body, and takes her into her arms.
Dead? She's as well heated as a boiling pot. We can't let her go on like this. Her brain is going to be roasted in that little head.
Desert Flannel strives to get out of her control, patting Spathodea on the cheeks with her cold hands.
Let go, Spathodea. Your temperature is dangerously high. Chill out.
I'm not a lizard. And
She's like in a trance.
concrete number 2 with cream is the best dish in pipe material.
What?
Spathodea is suffering confusion. It's probably the flames doing.
Yep.
We need to separate them first.
Okay. Miss Vertin, please step back.
A mist with the color of turquoise blows towards the girls. Soon, both Desert Flannel's complaints and Spathodea's sleep talk quiet down.
This is just some spores, Miss Desert Flannel. Worry not. They are the tranquilizer that the locals use to pacify animals and was once widely used among Arcanists in early times for hunting. As long as we calm her down, we can bring her back to... Ah!
Oh, however, the fireball girl hits everyone in front of her like knocking down all the pins in a row. A perfect bowling strike.
Games. 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 We need the real games. This is where sportsmanship originates. Young people. Young people. Young people need cats and strawberry jam. Cat jam it is.
Cat jam. What? She is
the wrong mushroom?
nuts.
Miss Spathodea has become even more restless.
Uh-huh.
What about Miss Desert Flannel? Is she...
She asleep? Ezra manages to get up, looking at the turquoise green mist without dusting himself off.
No, you didn't. She's behaving exactly the way you described.
Miss Desert Flannel?
They're all high on shrooms. Their fierce friend, with a smile on her face, is rolling on the ground like a cat getting high on cat. She keeps reaching her hands to the sky as if she's trying to catch something. Oh no.
Is this the house for me? Oh. Does this mean I don't have to pay rent anymore?
Looks like this is how she has her mental break.
I will bring her back to normal immediately. It won't take more than 5 minutes. But I think Miss Spathodea is going to attack again.
What is this story right now?
What ye need is the reopening of the gate to the scorching land. And the retrieval of the rock. Ugh.
Uh-huh.
Her fire is getting stronger. Get down!
Whoa. The moment they duck, the scorching hot fire flies over the top of their heads.
We are running out of time. Let's deal with the burning issue first.
Taking a deep breath, Ezra grabs the straps even tighter.
I will try my best.
Battle? Okay. Oh, this is a mini boss battle. Oh god, Spathodea in flames. Spathodea in a burning chaotic state. The little boxer needs a real sporting competition. An outlet to vent those flames that have nowhere else to go. Of course, we should try to find a way to calm the little boxer down before she burns out. Alright, well...
Finally, some interesting work.
She looks both cool and adorable. Oh, this is a full-on 4-team battle? Okay. This is gonna be overkill, and she's gonna die in a sec, but sure, let's do this. Why not? Right. What was your debuff again? I'm literally only having you on this team because I wanted to get your trust up.
I hear something.
Good.
To the right.
Perfectly understood.
Keep calm. Don't be so furious. Listen.
Feel my dark embrace.
Yep.
And now to return to my long-term mission. Rest.
Literally evaporated. Like a flame doused in water.
Where am I?
Hi.
What are you doing here, guys? I thought you were driven away.
Oh, you know, we fought a very flamey version of you, and you just suddenly went.
Great! She's back to normal.
I remember it now.
Oh. Spathodea can't maintain her balance and falls to the ground.
Spathodea!
The games.
She raises one arm with all her strength and grasps the cuff of the girl standing in front of her.
We must revive the Uluru games. Because the rocks rumble on the knees.
Uh-huh. Because the rocks rumble on the knees.
I've heard what's going on. We will check if her organs are injured by the high temperature after returning to Laplace. You can visit her tomorrow after 11 a.m.
Can we visit her? I thought you will send her to the wards on the 13th floor.
Go with the flow when you can't fight it.
Very flexible.
We've now understood what will happen if we separate you and keep her alone someplace else. What's more, Laplace can't lose another clinic.
I see. This is great, thank you.
The white ambulance drives away from the street. Damn, binaural audio.
So, are you sure those mushrooms won't cause any damage to my brain and body? Like lower IQ levels, lung diseases, or skin allergy?
If you think it's necessary, I will accompany you to Laplace for some follow-up checkups. Of course, you don't have to pay for the tests. The fee will be deducted from my salary. Please, don't worry about the money.
Okay, enough. I trust you. I don't need a kid to pay the doctor for me. Besides, it's embarrassing enough to be put down by mushrooms. Not to mention that I'll be giving that guy the story he craved if I was hospitalized.
That guy? Oh, you mean the journalist following you?
Huh?
Oh, someone just took a picture.
Was that a flash? Speak of the devil.
Silently cursing, Desert Flannel scans the bush in the dark with a serious look on her face.
Come out yourself! Don't make me force you!
The bush rustles. Seconds later, a man stands up, his black shirt indistinguishable from the darkness, making his face appear as if it were floating in the air. Ah, there's the guy from the trailer.
Makua, don't you dare involve others. This is between you and me.
Makeover, okay.
I've told you long ago that one day I will make you feel the same misery that I did. I've been following you all the time. And this is the moment of vengeance.
Good lord, his facial expression like a goddamn zombie.
Now, I have more than enough photos. As for these other people, you didn't strike me as such a kind-hearted person.
I didn't know you were so shameless.
Let's see what tomorrow's newspaper has to say about this, Miss Photographer.
A hideous smile forms on the floating face. Makeover. It kind of looks like makeover. Makeover then disappears into the shadows.
No! We can't let him get away! He has a photo of us!
Is he your enemy? Maybe arch enemy? What happened between you two?
If you don't want to be one of the burning kangaroos on the headline tomorrow, shut up and start running!
We have to stop him.
Alright. Chase down the asshole. I'm in it. Okay. This is an interesting little story so far. Let's see. The buoy balls? Alright. Shake hands, nod. Welcome, my friend. Okay. Or the buoy balls? Buoy? I don't know. Maybe someone's gonna say it again. The fucking glasses. Yeah, sure. No one recognizes you now. They even put question marks for your name. No one is gonna recognize you now. Collar raised and head lowered, standing silently by the side door of the newsstand.
G'day. You got the latest Australian naga here?
Nice choice. Everyone is talking about it.
The strange customer snatches the paper from the newsstand owner and lapses into reading.
A strange party held in the city park last night. The witness claimed to see the burning kangaroos, mushroom-intoxicated rolling croc, and the teenage arsonists dancing together. A secret event on the public lawn? The revival of the Uluru Games?
Hey, title drop, let's go. Fingers clutching at the newspaper tremble. The newspaper wrinkles, breaks.
It saddens us to admit that the recession and inflation have walloped some young adults. They were crawling in the park at night,
Oh, good lord.
groaning and moaning like beasts, dragging themselves along and losing consciousness.
The voice, the figure, the temper, and the reaction all seem familiar.
Wait, your voice. You...
Do you have to talk to me right now?
Behind the rustling newspaper is a familiar face with frowning eyebrows and bloodshot eyes.
I'm busy hating my life. I don't have time for your little chit-chat.
No way. Desert Flannel, it's really you. Everybody is talking about you right now, and they can really imagine. Some say you're mad. Some say you're the heroes fighting against aliens. Well, the most known story is that event. Is it real that you're going to restart the games?
I have nothing to do with it. It was all that Junior's fault. I was just unlucky.
Fold and open. And fold and open. Desert Flannel leaves through the newspaper, pacing back and forth like an animal trapped in the cage of the zoo.
It was pure bad luck that I ran into those weirdos, got taken to the hospital, and let Makawa get what he wants. I shouldn't have let him get away. If I see him again, I swear, I will pull out his tongue and tie it around his neck. Oh, look at this gibberish. He said, we are the children who eat bunyips from the sewerage, a burning kangaroo, and I am a nutter because I can't find a way to afford rent.
Excuse me, what? Not in event time? What is happening? Well, this is gonna be fun. Wait, can I continue? I can, okay.
This is great. I might as well be a kangaroo.
At least it's true that you're banging your head against the wall for rent.
Yeah. Be mindful that you're talking to a nutter.
Nada. Glared at by those sharp eyes, the newsstand owner withdraws behind the counter and puts his hands on his knees like a good boy.
Whatever. I will soon lose my part-time jobs and be kicked out of the house where my granny lived for decades.
Well, welcome to the suitcase. It's a tough life. It's a good life. The crumpled newspaper is thrown into the newsstand and Desert Flannel puts her hands back in her pockets.
I'm heading back. Let me know if you know of any job vacancies. I can do a lot of things. As long as the money is good. Nah, as long as I'm paid.
Wait, Desert Flannel, come and take a look at this.
This. The hell? Tickets? A delicate wooden box is placed on the crumpled newspaper with a lot of tickets inside.
So many people came here this morning asking about the Uluru Games. And 1 hour before, the Scissors Jerry brought me this.
Uh-huh.
This is a pre-sale ticket to the Uluru Games?
What the hell?
I've sold over 50 tickets at a unit price of this much.
Looking around to make sure that there is nobody nearby, the owner makes a gesture. Desert Flannel's jaw drops. How much are they going for? She lowers her gaze to the newspaper. In a lively font, the headline reads, Uluru Games.
It has been suspended for too long. So long that everyone thinks society has forgotten it. But we remember. Our ancestors told us about those amazing and funny sports. That big, wide, and fancy stadium.
They all remember it. Even looking forward to it. and even bid up for a fake ticket. Mate, did you get more of these from the other gangs?
2 boxes left.
Huh. Holding the cigarette between the knuckles of his index and middle fingers, the owner squats down behind the counter. His hands lift up, holding 2 even bigger and heavier boxes. His voice comes from below.
These are from the Slicky and Eucalyptus Brotherhood.
Oh, those are names?
What? Didn't catch that name.
Slicky?
Ooh, do you have the mints that I bought from you before? The least purchased ones? You always put them at the bottom of your box?
After the sounds of struggled searching, the owner... Oh. Well, I guess I'm gonna continue recording in like 5 hours from now because maintenance. I will see you guys in a bit. I forgot about maintenance. Alright, this is gonna be a brutal cut, but whatever. Hi, we are back. We are back 7 hours later in the day. Not what I was planning to do today, but you know, it happens. Old man brain will forget sometimes, and I guess I completely forgot that today is the day when the patch goes live. So that is hilarious. But yeah, I'm here on this screen because I wanted to say 3 things very quickly before we hop in where it cut me off. Number 1, that was absolutely hilarious. I'm kinda glad that I didn't look out for the patch. I was thinking when the message popped up in the top right corner that just the day rolled around. I mean, it was 11 a.m. my time. So I just thought like, okay, just the day rolled around, I might have to go back to the main screen just to you know, readjust shit and go back in, but no, it was patch day, oops. But yeah, anyway, the actual reason why I'm here on this screen is, considering we have a new banner now, huzzah! I will be doing some polls at the end of this video to see if I can get the character, but also very funnily, I see that Kanjira is on the banner, boosted up with Willow here. So you know what? Even more reason to pull because not because I want to build Kanjira or anything, but because I already have 2 out of the 3 characters from More Punk. So you know what? Why not get all the whole band in, right? Just have all of the characters. Or considering I have the other 2, get the family together and stuff. But yeah, we'll do some polls later at the end of the video. The other thing I want to ask is very quickly because there is apparently a new permanent mode here. Reveries in the Rain. And I want to quickly ask because I only just skimmed over the tutorial that popped up. It pretty much seems to be like a tower thing, but in reverse, you're diving down. So I just wanted to ask you guys who know about this mode, is there any kind of story to this or not? Because I'm probably gonna add it into the Let's Play. Also, this is very beautiful music in the back. But I wanna go through it. If there is any story to it, I will be doing it as part of the Let's Play, like similar to how I did the 3 Doors, right? If it's just short little story moments and stuff, I'll add them pretty much similar to the Doors that I did. But if it's just gameplay, I might just do a montage of going through it for the first time and checking it out and stuff like that. But yeah, just you guys can tell me what it's about. Also, while I'm in here now, did they add another? Oh, they did not. They didn't add a new thing yet. Okay, so we're stuck with Uluru games being the last one. But yeah, anyway, let me hop on over to where we left off, right? Okay, this is the last message that I remember in the thing. I think that was just a narration message after this. Anyway, let's continue. After the sounds of struggled searching, the owner at least pops his head back up, now covered with dust, and throws a faded iron box on the counter.
All right. Now give my ticket back and I'll put it away. I don't want any of the gangs to find out I'm dealing with the other... Desert Flannel?
Did she book it? In front of him is an empty counter. Yup. A coin purse has been placed on the abandoned newspaper, holding no coins but instead grey feathers.
That's what I keep telling everyone.
Uh-huh. Letting out a fatherly sigh, the newsstand owner lights up another cigarette.
Muddying the water is what this bad girl does.
Well?
That's right. Desert Flannel has taken the fake tickets with her. The ones from Clippy Slicky and the Eucalyptus Brotherhood.
Still following her, huh?
She's gone. No, not to the black market. Sir, I heard that the Bunyips are getting restless again. Is that true?
Okay, there's more to this guy. I was kinda expecting, considering his mug screamed villain or something. On the other end of the phone comes the noise of pinching a cigarette followed by laughter. Hiding in the shadows in silence, the young girl darts past him.
Ha! I'm gonna make a fortune out of it! I will be able to buy that house, get myself a new oven, some new clothes, and that giant wool nest for Pleppy!
Pappy? In a crash, some vet black monsters flip over the wall lid and crawl onto the road.
Ugh! Those bunyips are out again. Haven't seen them out in the sun for a while now. Ugh, I must hurry.
Alright.
Wait, are they coming my way?
Yes.
I've got my eyes on them. They are more interested in her than in me.
Uh-huh.
Oh, this makes sense. Since the Uluru Games have made the biggest news of the week, the people are going on and on about it all day. And where else will the rumor-loving bunyips go at this point?
Ah.
The last time I saw something like this was when that scandal of Mr. Pompadour broke.
It will be a big story, almost as certainly as a cut will bleed. I will pause my other projects and focus on this one. This is very kind of you. I really appreciate it.
I wonder who you are working with. Okay.
Nobody, not any arcane creatures, can stop me from getting rich. Let alone that you haven't eaten enough rumors to grow into a 3-floor high and multi-legged gigantic monster.
Oh, don't jinx it.
Boop, 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 boop. Plappy, give me a hand.
Oh, that's Plappy. She swiftly takes a few steps back and presses the on button on the digital pet device. A giant emu jumps out from the pixels, fluffing its feathers. Oh my god. That is amazing.
Ha! Like that smell of rumors from the ticket box? Come get it yourself.
That is amazing. Okay, let me see what we're fighting here. I think these are new. Oh yeah, I think I've never seen this before, or at least I've never read their text. Slime Bunyip, a water beast of ancient Australian legend, said to feed on rumors. I might have to look into this. A celebrity mired in controversy once hid in this alley and inadvertently raised a strange army of super soldiers. Swamp Bunyip, a water beast of... okay, that's the same. This creature is adept at bogging you down in the mire of public opinion, oozing forth rumors until it has prepared a sumptuous feast. Nice.
Embrace rather than resist. Keep calm. This'll help.
Feel my dark embrace!
Stay low profile.
This is a very interesting combat team.
I don't want to be shunted to some radical department.
Alright, also very quickly...
Super healthy. You should let me go now.
I'll let you go in a second. You can frown in the background for a bit. Before we continue, as always, considering I just looked up the Bunyip thing just to see what the hell this is about in actual folklore, but from the wiki page, the Bunyip is a creature from the Aboriginal mythology of southeastern Australia said to lurk in swamps, billabongs, creeks, riverbeds, and waterholes. The origin of the word Bunyip has been traced to the Vemba Vemba or Vergaya language of the Aboriginal people of Victoria in southeastern Australia. The word Bunyip is usually translated by Aboriginal Australians today as devil or evil spirit. This contemporary translation may not accurately represent the role of the Bunyip in pre-contact Aboriginal mythology or its possible origins before written accounts were made. Some modern sources allude to a linguistic connection between the Bunyip and Bunjil, a mythic great man who made the mountains, rivers, man, and all the animals. The word Bunyip first appeared in the Sydney Gazette in 1812. It was used by James Ives to describe a large black animal like a seal with a terrible voice which creates terror among the blacks. And that's from the main portion of the article. There's obviously more and more illustrations from back then. The one you can see right now on screen is from 1890. And the thing kind of looks like in that description, or rather that illustration that was given, kind of looks like a giant Black Panther, essentially, that is just submerged in the water. But the thing is big enough to actually hold a man in its jaws like a twig. So, terrifying enough. But yeah, anyway.
But you need our care, Miss Spathodea. It's also our responsibility to make sure that you're safe and stable. When Arcanists were first introduced to their power, they would experience a 4 to 12 week adjustment period, during which they may suffer emotional breakdowns, strong hallucinations, or frequent comas.
Hey! Stop! Stop it! I have something very important to do right now. I mean it! I'm not gonna waste my time here! I'm fine. There'll be no more confusion, mental breakdown, hallucination, or coma!
You sure about that?
Something very important. What is it?
The young girl stares at Ezra for a doubtful long time and finally talks.
My flame talked to me last night.
Oh? She's sharing it. This audio clip is going for a while. The flame keeps hopping at a steady pace. Spathodea pets it like petting a curled kitty.
Now, it's asleep. I think it's exhausted after our rampage last night.
Is the conversation about your changes?
Of course! The moment I touched it, it crawled along my arm to my mouth and went back to the stomach.
Okay. Back to pilot.
And all there was left in front of me was a black wall.
Yeah, you were pretty much shoved back in your mind, I guess.
Sorry, I'm not quite with you. Perhaps you could start from what happened then.
Sure. I don't remember it well, though. They were blurry memories. Imagine you're looking at a plate of bacon and eggs through 30 layers of frosted glass. I had to get close to the glass to barely feel them. I remembered you were there, but there was also a clear window.
Uh-huh.
I saw complete darkness in the window for most of the time, but there were pictures flashing by sometimes.
I believe that's your memory as a reincarnator. Just like what's written in the books.
Hey, let me finish!
Sorry. I was too excited because this is the first time I see valid proof of reincarnation. Please continue.
Ahem. I think that's my memory as a reincarnator.
Thanks.
I saw my own body in that window, just like the one I'm looking at here. I saw a lot of flames, wobbling lights, and people.
The lively young girl takes a deep breath and presses her palm against her chest.
My heart has never beaten that fast. Yet, the fire in my body seemed completely natural, as if it was destined to burn inside me. It whispered just one phrase to me, again and again.
Like what you mentioned last night?
Yes, the Uluru Games. I must revive the Uluru Games.
What are you going to do? Let's not get to the paperwork of applications, security arrangements, and permission from the local government just yet. The location of entrance to the Uluru Games was never fixed. Only few Arcanists could find it, and the games are for Arcanists only. There has never been a human athlete in there.
Okay.
And they
Makes
have been
sense.
cancelled for all these years because they were completely lost in the War of 1942.
Ah.
Nobody has found them since.
Ah, okay. Uh-huh. World War II, yeah.
But I can find it, because I have found my ancient self. I'm the only person in this time who has been to that land, and my flame is my compass.
Sweet. Spathodea throws back the covers and sits up on the bed.
Though I have not yet figured out why my memories are all about the conflicts with the flame, I felt so whole again when we burned together.
Maybe the conflicts are with the flame because, it's sort of a thing to appease the flame?
I'm sure it will help me and unite with me, because it trusts me so much that it traveled all the way here through the endless darkness and rainy seasons to come out of my mouth. It's here for me. And now, it's going to take me somewhere else. I'll follow wherever it goes.
Alright. She seizes the cuff of the visor, looking at her with her puppy dog eyes.
So, Vertin,
whatever.
you said you
Let's
would take care of me. Would you come with me?
Sizes? I guess? Okay, anyway.
I need a revival squad, and friends who understand
Revival
and
squad.
support each other, just the way the Flame and I do. By then, you'll go to the stadium too, and we'll run together. I promise it'll be a wonderful place where you'll never regret going. You will enjoy the Uluru Games.
Yes, Vertin?
I've seen pictures of the Uluru Games in the school library collection a long time ago. I was not a fan of the routine physical fitness test at school. But I don't think any Arcanist would say no to witnessing the revival of the once magnificent games.
Oh, so...
I'm more than willing to join you in bringing back the games. It will be a wonderful new beginning.
A handshake is offered and accepted to symbolize their successful cooperation.
Wow, yes, thank you!
I see.
She's so happy.
You're shouldering extremely important responsibility, Miss Spathodea. I will apply for you to be discharged and explain all this to Judith.
And thank you, Ezra! I won't forget your contribution to the revival of the Uluru Games.
I'm deeply honored to have this chance to help. Then I will get the paperwork done and go pack.
What's that for?
Because Ezra is coming along? Did you think you're gonna leave Ezra behind?
I need to prepare as many mushrooms as possible so that I can better assist you on the way.
You? On the way?
Yes. Look, you can't have dang juiced up games without dang juiced up mushrooms. She points at herself and then at Ezra.
You're coming too?
Yes.
Of course. We've been through so many things together. Am I not part of the team?
No, of course not. How can I take you and the revival squad? The games are meant for Arcanists. You've read the documents, right? Since the very beginning of history, humans have made countless attempts to find the entrance to the stadium, yet none of them made it. It's just not for humans.
I mean, that's cool, but Ezra doesn't have to participate in the sports activity. You know, you kinda need an audience.
If you're a fan of sports, you can totally watch those held by humans. There will be a boxing event in Melbourne tomorrow at the National Tennis Centre at Flinders Park.
Boo!
No, Miss Spathodea. I'm not interested in any games. The only reason why I'm coming along is because you haven't fully recovered and still need medical care.
Exactly.
Besides, I hope to collect more information about reincarnators from you. I will not disturb your mission searching for the stadium. Please, let me come with you. It's going to be good for both of us.
Collect information? You're monitoring me.
Yes.
Since when did I grant you the permission to do that? I never said yes. I don't want to be studied or published on newspapers like the reincarnator you talked about.
Our research does not need to be published in the newspaper. We can do it in a more subtle and secure manner. I will not design any tasks for you to perform, nor will I force you to take any potions. My job is to observe, record, and ensure your health and safety, like what we do with the mushrooms.
But I'm a living arcanist, not a mushroom. I've had enough of everyone watching.
Nah. You have been promoted to mushroom. Congratulations. Looking up and down at Ezra, she hesitates and returns to her bed, wrapping herself up with the quilt like a burrito.
I don't want to be the embellishment added to someone's academic achievement, or a subject of the paper that'll help you switch fields.
I didn't explain it right. Miss Spathodea, please listen to me. I have never changed my heart as a researcher, and I care about Arcanists as much as I care about mushrooms. It was never my intention to use you as a career boost.
I had that stupid meme in my head of the guy holding out his hand and the butterfly. Is this a mushroom? And it's just a picture of Spathodea.
You are such a rare opportunity to us, because none of us know when and where the next reincarnator will be found. If we miss this opportunity, the academic circle may have to wait for another decade to further their research. The discovery you and I made may shock many. Our names might go down in history, but most importantly, it's going to help a lot of people. Have you heard of Chengiz, invented by Dame Parodi? It was inspired by a long-legged shepherd in France, and it has helped many athletes with disabilities to walk and run again.
Okay. What a nice shot. It's harder to say no, isn't it? A long, painful moan escapes the little boxer's mouth.
Miss Spathodea, you look miserable in the blanket.
Keep going, Ezra. You're very close.
Fucking Vertin.
Me? Close to what?
To convince her.
I don't follow.
Keep going. Keep going. Don't stop.
Well, speaking of close,
Oh god.
guess who is close to becoming the most successful business person here?
Oh god, no.
Desert Flannel, where have you been?
Doing mischievous bullshit?
Hey! What are the white eyes for? I'm not some monster crawling out of the sewage.
Yet. She scrapes the mud from under her shoes and trots into the room, carrying 3 wooden boxes.
You look a mess. What happened?
I didn't ask you why you're crouching in bed like an ostrich, did I? So maybe you can return the favor and keep your nose out of my business, yes? And what really matters is the good stuff here.
Oh god. Desert Flannel knocks on the cover of the box and is satisfied with the crisp sound.
You wouldn't know how unbelievably lucky we are, my dear business friends.
Friends, good catch there.
Yeah, no. I don't. Ezra alone is already too much information for my brain.
Fine, you restless and humorless people.
Now hold tight and get ready. The rubber band is being stretched further and further above the box.
We will bring back the Uluru game.
Perfect reaction. Vertin just takes a breath.
Hey, what kind of reaction is this? Why are you quiet as stones?
I mean,
This is a great idea, and you're giving me this?
yes. In a room brimmed with wordless doubt and silence, a hand reaches up from beneath the quilt.
Alright, join my revival squad. Handshake? Handshake.
Then I...
No, not you.
Oh, come on! Come on! Don't do Ezra like that! Spathodea retracts her hand away from the burrito. In a movement so fast it blurs. On the choppy water, several buoy balls are connected together. They are floating towards the depths of the pool, hand in hand. Spathodea, the little guy is coming along if you want it or not. I was hanging on the load. Okay. Well, let's keep going. Day of Rebirth. Do you have to follow along in secret? Fire leaps upon my skin. A blurry past, now clear as day. That is my true identity. Revelations? Okay, so far the story is goofy as hell. This is a good palate cleanser after the main story.
Hey, I see it! Over there!
It's totally not gonna south at some point, right? I'm ready for my depresso espresso at some point.
It's beautiful. Even more beautiful than the one I saw in my dream.
Red Rock? Uluru Desert. A Greyhound bus closes its doors and drives away, honking and leaving the girl standing by the road in a puff of dust and smoke.
This is a miracle of nature, like the Great Barrier Reef. Of course it's pleasing to the eye. Many would wrestle with the heat wave and travel all the way here from Alice Springs by bus.
Yep. Desert Flannel puts down her sunglasses on her head and flips her hair over her face.
I have to admit, it is worth the effort.
The temperature here will get even higher at noon. Ezra has prepared plenty of cooling tablets and water in the medical kit for us. If anyone still suffers sunstroke, we also have the budgerigar coat as an emergency measure.
So that's why Ezra took you to the room before we left. To tell you all this.
Yes.
Ezra is worried about you, and so are we.
Yeah.
Oh, someone is feeling bad about what she said earlier. If you ask me, that human girl has a good heart. Maybe she can work on her ways of communicating with people, but that altruism in her is almost angel-like. And she has the face of a little angel. Wouldn't be such a bad idea to put her in some baby care commercials. I heard those things pay you generously. I might as well ask what she thinks.
Didn't they address Ezra earlier as he? Or are we doing the thing here where she isn't realizing stuff?
Huh?
Oh, I think we are.
Go forward. It's talking again!
What? Who's talking again?
The flame.
The flame! It's
Thank
talking!
you.
Didn't you hear it?
Nah, it sounds the same to me. This is just the sound of fire burning, snoring like my late old man. Well, maybe
Excuse
you
me.
can also try turning off this little thingy's TV. Maybe it will jump up and shout, "I'm still watching."
I'm not joking. It's really talking. Listen.
Spathodea, I think you're the only one who can hear it because of your connection to it. Lifting the flame with both of her hands, Spathodea puts it as close to Desert Flannel's ear as possible. Well, it's sleeping again. Desert Flannel looks more and more alarmed in the silence.
Wait, its temperature has gone up, and it's transforming. What is this, a rocket?
No more waiting.
No more waiting. Whoa! As swift as an arrow, the burning fireball radiating heat waves flies towards the other side of the desert.
Hey, hang on! Where are you going? I thought we were good friends! Are you judging me already?
The agile Spathodea is the first to catch up with the flame. Behind them, the Greyhound bus in the distance is starting again.
Everyone, mind your steps and keep up.
A race in the desert. Ooh, great. I wonder why I'm not as clever and creative as you are.
The noisy crowd has gone. Where they once were, a slim figure pops out of a tree.
Miss Vertin. Was she talking to me? She always looks over. Perhaps she knows that I'm following them. But no. I'm hiding well. They shouldn't know.
Mumbling, Ezra sketches a fire pattern into his notebook. Okay, so she's having a misunderstanding. Okay, that's gonna be hilarious.
Having emotional turmoil, acting impulsively, feeling fanatical about the retrieved memories, and the unstoppable urge to return to the homeland.
To be fair, I also thought at first glance that it's a young girl, but this is one of those androgynous little boys that look like they're a girl type in anime. Seen many of them.
These all match the description in the research notes.
And they will always be adorable.
And now the fire, which is also the key in this case, is burning vigorously. The notes end here. That's all we know about reincarnators.
Okay. Looking up into the distance, Ezra walks from one bush to another.
I can't deduct more based on the current data. But at the same time, the unknown can be dangerous, yet exciting. It may bring about catastrophes or miracles, just like Arcanists. So charming and lively. My job is to help and protect them, so their burning enthusiasm will not be dampened. Like what Mom said, this is our mission as mankind.
I wonder who your mom is. And if we know her. The human child once again opens the backpack and checks it for the 1001st time.
The annual jumper frog mushroom, the fairy ring powders, and the butterfly-shaped portobello mushroom. Very well. I have them all. This time, I'm prepared for any danger.
Alright.
Gotcha! You're not running away from...
This is the beginning of the journey.
Alright. Ooh. Cave scribbles?
Beginning of the journey?
Ooh.
No, we set off from Melbourne. We're close to Uluru now, so it's almost so distant.
This looks fascinating. Don't know what exactly I'm looking for, but I see some circles there. I'm presuming, considering how they're layered, that is representing red rock? Or just general mountains?
Gosh, what are these?
Oh,
These are murals. No, they are reliefs. All the marks are carved out of the wall. These carvings existed long before any murals. And they are rougher.
Of course they are. Just think, when did our ancestors learn to draw with paints? And when did they start carving with sharp stones?
They're beautiful. Like star trails, one circle in another. I think I've seen them before. They feel familiar. And make me thirsty at the same time. Look, this circle's just like a spring.
We don't need a spring. We brought water ourselves. Drink as much as you want. Look here. These are most probably some ancient relics. This one looks like an animal, and this a plant. And what is this? Birdie.
Birdie.
They have something to do with people's lives. These marks have to mean something. Maybe they will lead us to the entrance to the stadium.
This is a time when Spathodea's opinion matters more than ours. Come, Key Girl, take a look at this.
But I can't find a girl who was talking about her thirst anywhere. The water leaking from the fallen, dusty, covered cup is absorbed into the hot sand.
Spathodea? Where did she go?
Did she get whisked away?
And that fire. They're all gone. What the hell is going on again? She better be pulling a prank on me. I heard her footsteps behind me just now.
Boo.
Relax, Desert Flannel. We've got help.
A slim figure emerges from behind the tree.
Ezra? How did you get here? Wait, how long have you been following us?
Since the beginning?
From the beginning, when you were at the hospital. Sorry, Miss Desert Flannel. Please let me check this first.
Ezra frowns, quickening his pace when nearing the wall of reliefs. Some mushrooms break into pieces under the pressure and release a pungent scent of spores.
This smell. I can't be wrong. This is devil's thorn.
Oh?
What's that? Does it have anything to do with her missing?
A rare kind of mushroom that grows in the desert. Allegedly, it's genetically connected to lizards. I've only seen its pictures in books. It has wide open pileus with sharp spikes, and its roots are as absorbent as a sponge, which allows it to absorb and preserve underground water. They only appear around water sources, and with this spiral pattern on the wall, I think I might have a way to find her.
Okay. Ezra stands up and takes out a metal dowsing rod from his pocket.
Please, come with me.
Alright. Battle? Okay, not yet. Thirst. She felt a dry thirst throughout her body, as if she had never taken even a single sip of water, or she was a beast that must keep running and running for its survival. Whoa. A gout of flame pierces through the forsaken dark, formless dark.
Little flame? My throat. It hurts. What?
Do you remember me?
Oh, she's speaking clearly now. The fire pulses and comes closer to her, like a beating heart.
I travel through the endless flood, drought, rain, and waterfalls to finally reach you. Do you remember me?
Her dry throat keeps twitching as if a toad was resting there.
I do, but not really. I can't recall your name or your face, but I do remember.
She curls up in a tight ball, her palms and feet getting hotter and hotter.
Do you remember our fight?
Oh. The boiling raindrops mixed with fire are splashed on her spine. Together they pour into her dry throat. She's not sure if she's standing or crawling on the ground. The only thing she can do is breathe like a fish. Ooh. The fire flows from the back of her ears to her eyes, like a warm hug from behind.
Weigh the anchor of the current feelings, and seek in the boundless net.
She hears a different voice coming from her own throat.
Seek me. Seek the past. Seek the intelligence and spirit we are bound to find.
I don't want to make up with you, you dumb ball of fire! Neither do I, you stupid girl!
Okay, she's having she's repeating a conversation between two people at once.
My hands are burning. Like they're soaked in fire.
That's because you reached into me. We had a fight, attacking each other with nails like two cats.
This is just like the day we first met.
The scene in her mind becomes clear. She can see the clue of this ancient memory within her reach.
I can feel my knees trembling again. I know this game. A sport which is not popular enough to be included in any commercial or professional games. It's It's also the sport for which I've been secretly training myself every day after lunch. The light bulbs picking game. Malingi's harvest. No. No.
The light bulbs picking game? Melingi's harvest? Okay, never heard of anything unless that is something that was made up. Ooh.
These are not light bulbs for the athletes to pick up from the ground, but fire. And I don't have such a burning campfire at home. It can only be found here, beside the flowing spring, under the starry sky, on the scorching sand. I saw the burning campfire and the sparks scattering in all directions. My hands surrounded by blazing flames. I touched the inner cone again and again as I flew by. Immersed in great joy, I dove down from the air.
At that time, our hands held each other in the flames. Our traces went on, from one torch to another.
Yes, I know. I remember it now. I once drank the cold water in the spring and covered my limbs with colorful strips. I sang and danced until a pair of wrinkled hands touched my forehead.
Okay. An elderly man staggers to his feet and rises from the depths of the dark cave.
Good girl. My good girl.
Oh god, is he actually there?
Your hands are dusted, but you win the game and your soul is sparkling. It's you who find the hottest fire for us. It's you who connect to it and make friends with it. I shall grant you the scepter and lead you to the highest platform.
Oh. Oh. This seems a memory now.
I shall become the next priestess of the Uluru temple. I shall take responsibility for every drop of sweat on the red soil, and I shall eulogize all the significant, fair competitions. I shall store the flame in my mouth, my stomach, my heart, and my ribs. I shall protect her, not to let her extinguish, nor to let her go astray or away. I hereby swear I shall be with the Uluru Games until forever.
Uh-huh. Okay. An ancient oath.
Mom never told me. We're descendants of the Red Dragon.
Oh, that's what she said when she spit out the flame. That was what that was calling back to. Oh, hi. Time for critters.
I'm awake now. This is the entrance to the stadium. And that howl must be...
The girl bends and rolls on the ground in a circle to avoid the sharp claw's attack.
The guardians of the stadium. I knew it. I'm too wary to stand up. Shoot. There's no way I can beat them just rolling around.
Here comes help.
Ezra! And Desert Flannel! Vertin! Thank goodness you found me.
These critters. They don't look like any kind that I know of. What are they?
How long will it take her to realize, wait, what is Ezra doing here? I'm gonna give it until after the battle. Facing the boulders thrown by the critters, Spathodea does a forward roll and hides behind a shelter.
These critters are the guardians of the stadium. They, I can explain it later. We have to deal with them first. Little Flame? Hey, what are you doing?
Oh? The little flame floats leisurely towards the monsters.
No time to hesitate. Protect Spathodea and engage.
Alright. Let's see, what are we fighting? Uluru, a red land guardian. This guardian of Uluru Stadium has upheld its duty for thousands of years. The red land nurtures its hulking flesh and blood, and the long bone handle nurtures its sacred duties. Giant rock guardian. Okay. There it stood for eons, turning itself into a silent monolith until the door was reopened. Okay.
Program activated.
Holy, you guys are big! Alright. Oh, they have interesting necklaces as well. They kinda look adorable, I'm not gonna lie.
This'll help.
We mortals!
Eliminate target. And now to return to my long-term mission. Rest.
Go back to your resort. Enjoy your rest.
Woo! Great. They are down.
Okay. Do we do a countdown? How long is it gonna take her to notice?
Everyone, for the sake of prudence, please stay back and do not approach before confirming the danger has been eliminated.
No, there's no more danger now. Look!
A heated current of air surges from the top of Uluru Rock to the spring by the people's feet. Among the remains of a guardian critter, a bone torch is engulfed in the flame. Oh, this is what they had around their necks.
No need to worry or hesitate.
Hey, here comes the music. The scorching heat storms around.
Now, it's all clear. Long story short, mates, I've retrieved many memories. At least now I know who I used to be. My name in the last life was Flammy. Exactly what my close ones call me now.
Huh.
I am still me. I'm not replaced by anyone.
You are still you. Modern vision.
Okay, the song is amazing, but the music is a bit overpowering. The character voices.
This has never happened to any reincarnators as far as we know.
That's because Flammy and I are very alike. And we both have the same duty on our shoulders.
Huh. This is very fascinating as well. This kind of reminds of what Styx had to go through with inheriting his inheriting the knowledge that he was inheriting. And I was thinking originally that it might overwrite the personality.
I am Flannel. I obtained the Uluru flame from the fire with my own hands. I was the first priestess in the history of the Uluru Games.
I'm Spathodea. I keep the flame that traveled all the way from the ancient times inside me. I will become the next priestess in the history of the Uluru Game.
Okay, that is funky. The flame is no longer the small flame as it was. Now it is roaring like a beast, rearing up into the sky.
Remember what I said, mates? My flame is our compass. Mom said good kids never lie. So, I always keep my word.
Spathodea looks back and gives them a grin. In an instant, she hurries her piece and jumps into the fire. Okay. And back to the same music. Alright, what did you just unlock? Oh hi, this is new, I think. What are you? Revival Journey Ezra Part 1, I guess? Research Springboard. A teacher shows his student the way. Begin conversation. Okay, an old man, huh? Ezra? What's that you're looking at? Professor, this... I suppose this can be considered extracurricular reading material. Dr. Crawford's Reincarnator Chronicles is quite an abstruse treatise.
I thought you might find it a little hard to digest. Very impressive, Ezra.
Indeed, it's a bit difficult to understand. I had to spend some time searching for information to help me get it all, but it's all very interesting, of course. Administrator Sophie told me that this book was last borrowed 3 years ago. Let me take a look at the leading records. Huh. This last borrower's name was David W. Huh. Professor, was it you?
You should always read the works of your senior peers at the earliest opportunity.
Your senior peer, you say?
I used to work in the same lab as Crawford, but our research was focused on very different fields. I like dealing with plants, while he's obsessed with sociology and enjoys interacting with the people around him.
You really know him? Is he an Arcanist?
An Arcanist? No, he's human, no different from the two of us.
Huh. Humans research reincarnators too? Sorry, Professor. What I mean is, reincarnators only crop up in Arcanist bloodlines, don't they?
Ah, so that's what you're worried about. Ezra, all surgeons are grateful for Roentgen's discovery of X-rays. Regardless of bloodline, when it comes to the many fields of science, there are no divisions that cannot be bridged. And for researchers, there exist no divisions between different fields of research that our love for knowledge cannot overcome.
Do you mean I can also consider pursuing reincarnators as my own field of research? Just like your peer? Huh. This was a neat little extra story. Okay. Also, very quickly... oh, this is gonna have a lot of them. Rock 8, 9, 10, and 11. So stages 8, 9, 10, and 11 are gonna add more. Okay. Eucalyptus pod? The seed pods of an Australian tree, often used to express respect and friendship towards guests, can be used to establish relationships. Can only be used during the revival, okay. Eucalyptus tree pods are said to contain blessings that keep travelers safe as they roam the land. Take them with you to your destination. These eucalyptus seeds will take root in that distant land and multiply, lasting forever as this friendship shall too. Huh. That is a sweet little gesture. Okay, there is main stuff more locked here. Alright, let's do this one more stage then for the day and round it up then. The Old Flame. Give the 20th century a hug, my beautiful, fiery friend. Welcome to the future? No. Sparks! Ooh.
Spathodea! Spathodea! Where did she go?
Up there?
It was like a long slumber, or a view of the garden behind the wall.
Hello, Ulu. A new voice is heard coming alongside a gust of cold wind, blowing away the thick steam.
But now, I finally get to see the sun again. The world out there has completely changed.
The person made of fire opens her eyes. They're also filled with flame.
But you remain the same, Flammy, my dear friend. You found me and put an end to the long, dark dream. You set me on fire again, bringing me back to what a flame should be like.
Welcome to the end of the 20th century, Ulu. For you, this is an interesting era with many, many new things. Well, I think we can learn them together, later, one by one. While for my dear brave friends...
I'm actually surprised that she didn't still react to Ezra.
To the Uluru Games! My dear brave friends!
Uh-huh. The giant heavy gate opens with winds blowing out from inside. The team members go through the gate, one after another. Ezra, however, remains still like a statue.
What are you waiting for?
The conjuring of the entrance to the Uluru Stadium is sourced from a fantastic arcane ritual. Instead of a summon, it's closer to a sacrifice. The fire element also plays an important part in the sacrifice. In Spathodea's case, Ulu is her flame. Will it have anything to do with the unique condition Miss Spathodea has? Unlike other reincarnators, she still has a clear memory of this life, despite her young age. Or it's because the two light spots of hers, the older self and the modern self, are not that different, so she's spared going through any drastic changes. And the reason behind it might be...
Ezra!
Yes, I'm here.
Ezra blinks several times like a frightened animal, slowly looking up from the notebook.
What can I do for you, Miss Spathodea?
I'm waiting for you.
I see. Sorry, I was too involved in taking notes. I will pack and return to Laplace as soon as possible. But before that...
After looking around a few times, Ezra pets his chest.
I have to clean up the spores and the mess we made in the battle first. Otherwise, they may change the environment here.
Oh, come on, you weirdo. You're leaving now? After all our effort? I can never understand you.
Aren't you waiting for me to leave?
Of course not. I'm waiting for you to join us. We'll go into the stadium together.
Aww. Yeah?
Come to think about what I've suffered. Coma, hallucination, confusion, thirst, misconception that I was almighty. And then, as you can see, I fell into a coma again after my sudden disappearance.
Okay, I think the either they forgot to code it or the lip sync to the waveform of the words didn't do shit there. She was just closed.
I think you're right.
There we go. Now it's working.
I do need a doctor by my side.
But mankind cannot enter the stadium. We all know that.
Whoa! An arm suddenly yanks Ezra into the gate.
Blah, blah, blah. Please! The stadium has never shown itself to any humans before. When life gives you cake, just dig right in.
After the girl hops through it, the magnificent gate closes with a mighty snap. Uluru Stadium. This is definitely an old stadium.
Truth. This is the Uluru Stadium?
It's even more splendid than I thought. And more comfortable. And pleasing.
Shit, I can't remember what it means. Truth was... like a surprise reaction, I think. I believe I literally looked it up in the past year for one of the ArcNet stories. It was basically taking place in a place that is essentially ArcNet's version of Australia. Shit, I can't remember what it actually means. Anyway.
Comfortable and pleasing? I don't feel the same way as you do.
Ezra takes a few steps ahead and matches them with deep breaths.
But not in the sense that this place doesn't look beautiful to me. On the contrary, it's stunning. But physically, I don't feel anything special.
Maybe because you're human. Hey, wait!
Not so fast.
Be careful! Miss Desert Flannel, you will fall!
I won't!
She's so excited. Desert Flannel stretches herself and suddenly steps firmly on the ground, running like an arrow towards Spathodea, who has already reached the other end of the field.
I'm feeling as light as the wind, and even more energetic than when I finished a big meal of steak and cakes.
I guess this place fills Arcanists with a bit of... a lot of enthusiasm and energy?
I may fall anytime, anywhere.
This is exactly what Arcanists should feel.
I was wondering what the story behind this character is gonna be when I got her the other week. And now I'm getting my answer.
Miss Ulu. Pardon me. May I call you that?
Go ahead if you want, child. But of course, I would appreciate it if you called me madam, since I'm a few hundred years older than all of you. Besides, I am the most sacred flame of the games.
I won! Been a long time since I had so much fun running.
Despite interrupting the conversation, Spathodea seems unfazed and keeps asking questions endlessly.
Ulu, is that a one? We didn't have anything like that before. And those benches!
Things change, Flammy. In the past hundreds of years, when you were absent, countless changes happened to the Uluru Games. New lawns and benches had somehow appeared in the stadium.
Somehow.
But none of these changes were made by Arcanists.
Ah, interesting.
Those actually made by Arcanists for new events, new rules, and new management. These are the changes that really made the Uluru Games different.
I see. No wonder I've never seen ice race walking in my memories. Let me see. So there was no stone-throwing divination or a new tridecathon either.
Ice race walking is not a traditional sport in Australia. It originated in Northern Europe and became popular in cold countries.
That's right. Ice race walking was introduced to the games in 1926. If my memory serves me well, it was introduced by the St. Pavlov Foundation. On one hand, they hope to show the internationality and inclusiveness of the game. On the other... Well, it took the place of fire race walking.
I see. I read it somewhere before. At the beginning of the 20th century, after St. Pavlov Foundation took over the Uluru Games, some challenging and relatively dangerous sports were cancelled. This was also the turning point of the Uluru Games. From then on, the games declined in popularity, and fewer athletes came each year.
Interesting. That feels kind of appropriate, right? Because the games seem to have been probably more popular earlier because they were dangerous, and the moment you took out the danger, people lose interest. Sounds so typical.
These people. No, these idiots. They know nothing about the essence of the Arcanist sporting event. Where on earth can you find an Arcanist who would burn their own legs in fire race walking? Everyone knows you'll be fine as long as you believe the fire is harmless.
But, in point of fact, fire is dangerous.
Ezra replies in a whisper and looks up, checking the roof from left to right.
But think about it. It's unbelievable. Given your short fuse, I can't believe you just let them cancel your favorite event, Ulu.
Short fuse?
Short fuse, yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah, you heard it right. She's got the hottest temper. Burns like a cell.
Makes sense. What are you talking about?
Things change, Flemmy. I have already spent over 1,000 years in this world. I'm no longer the young, hot-headed flame of your age.
Sure.
Even your grandmother should call me Grandma now.
Grandma? So they can just take away your favorite event just because you're old now? I don't understand.
Walking a few steps away, Spathodea clenches her fists in anger.
Anyway, Flammy is back. It's time Arcanists took back the Uluru Games from the Foundation. Let's design a new list of events that fit real Arcanists. We'll start from fire race walking. There are woods here. Ulu can start some bonfires with them.
Will the Foundation agree to this? They seem difficult to deal with.
I don't know, probably not.
It's hard to take it over from the Foundation. But if we have all the security-related facilities prepared and apply to host the event through Laplace Scientific Computing Center...
Considering Spathodea's identity, we do stand a chance. But the paperwork we're going to deal with...
That's the real sport.
Come on! Come on! You're not supposed to talk about paperwork in the sacred Uluru Stadium.
But we need it!
Instead of a bunch of weak office workers who would pant from climbing a few stairs, what I need is some real athletes who can help me complete the fire race walking.
Those, pen pushers are gonna probably bury you more than actual athletes. Who don't.
I don't mind.
Don't tempt them.
Or weird. I only need them to be energetic. This is the only thing we ask of athletes in this sport.
Oh god, who's gonna show up for the rest of the story?
Great idea. But the only inconvenience is that we are in the middle of the desert, a place where only flies visit. And as I checked my contact list, I saw only client, and client. The ordinary ones and the ones I once stood up. Where are we going to find athletes?
Well, I happen to know many Arcanists who meet your needs.
Just opens the suitcase. Look!
And they happen to be here. Right now.
Oh god.
What? How come I can't see them anywhere?
That's... well, you'll see.
Why are you opening the suitcase? Are you gonna organize your stuff here?
Oh no, who's gonna come out? Oh god. Open the suitcase, place it on the ground, and knock on the edge. A knocking sound echoes in the black space.
Anyone care to have some fresh air?
The other three standing around the suitcase look more puzzled. Spathodea tentatively opens her mouth but shuts it once again. Soon a clear clip-clop comes from the bottomless suitcase. Alright. This one. The first thing they see is a silky shining horse with a mane fluttering in the wind.
The fresh smell of grass with smoked fragrance. There is no doubt that it tastes better than gilded carrots. And look at this army of royal guards.
Uh-huh. Uh-oh.
They must be here to greet the great Starly Clatter.
Royal Guard? What is he saying? No kidding. Is that giant creature covered with spikes his Royal Guard?
Oh god. A deep angry roar comes from the depths of the stadium.
That's the Thorny Devils, the enormous creatures born in the burning sand of the stadium. They used to be mounts for the players, but looks like they have forgotten their master after all these years of slumber.
Well, time to remind them.
Enough talk. Let's put them back to dust and ashes.
Huh. Alright, a new type. A new type of enemy, I guess. Let me see. Oh yeah, Blue Rock Thorny Devil. This giant thorny devil born of the scorching earth is endemic to Australia. People mistakenly believe that its sluggishness is a result of too much sleep, but it actually awakened in a fit of rage. It just needs some time to understand exactly what is going on. Green Bush Thorny Devil. Ancient athletes customized special Arcanum saddles for it to prevent it from feeling dizzy and disoriented on long journeys, or from being injured by the weapons on its back. Alright.
Which of these darlings shall we attend to first?
Holy shit. Okay, they definitely are... Actually, is this lizard type also called Thorny Devil? Because there is a desert lizard that is super thorny like these guys. Okay.
Target confirmed.
Now, to preserve this memory in our dreams.
and I dedicate this win to Miss Spathodea!
And to Miss Desert Flannel.
Surrounded by the fiery atmosphere, the girls raise an invisible glass to each other. Desert Flannel grabs Spathodea's wrist and lifts it up like a referee, calling out to the suitcase, out of which more Arcanists pour out. Oh god, how many more?
Now people, those of you who are not afraid of fire and wish to walk among the flames, please register here.
Are we cutting here? Okay, we are. Okay, that's fine. I wonder how many more Arcanists are gonna pop out and who is gonna pop out. I highly doubt they're gonna get like a big cast for this. At least of the like more high rarity characters. What is this? Revival Journey Spathodea 1. A list of sporting events for the Uluru games. List of Uluru Games sporting events, provisional version, Arcanum themed events, track and field, 400-meter dash. The use of arcane skills such as vaporization, blink, and flying is permitted. Lilia's gonna like this. Potions and special vehicles are strictly prohibited. Okay, maybe she's not gonna like it. Requires implementable drug testing procedures to be designed. For example, random sampling before the start of the competition and standardized drug testing procedures for the top 6 athletes in each event after the competition. Branch Vault. The world record for this event was set by Carlos Castillo, the Cuban flying mouse, in 1924. By the time of his retirement, he was still unable to break his own record. Miss Pavia once surpassed this height in training. I witnessed it with my own eyes. I'm really looking forward to seeing him perform out on the field. 10,000-meter vehicle race. There are still uncertainties regarding the distinctions between certain vehicle drivers and vehicles themselves, such as participants racing in vehicles like UFOs, wooden horses, and artificial satellites. Oh god, I see who is present. The individual event rules will provide more detailed information on this situation to avoid any potential complications regarding the referee's decision-making duties. Combat events. Incantation Duel. The competition venue needs to be set up next to a medical station. Guardrails and warning lines need to be placed around the arena to prevent excited spectators from entering the field of competition and disrupting the competition schedule. 500-meter water beast steeplechase, pardon. 500-meter water-based steeplechase. Competitors must tame strange water beasts, mount them, and race them. Druids will be allowed to participate. Algae needs to be planted at the water area's endpoint to maintain the physical condition and hemoglobin index of the beasts. Okay, fun. 000. Very quickly. Okay, so yeah, she's the second one, and I'm guessing either Ulu is the third one, or it's Desert Flannel. I guess it's gonna be one of the two. Okay, very interesting. Wait, who am I seeing? Oh, Bunny Girl. That is actually a bear, right? Oh, and Regulus is gonna be also here. Okay, but this is where we're gonna leave the story for next time. Now, before we round up the video, it's time to do a couple of polls. Alrighty then, let's see how this is gonna go. What did I... Can I see? Hold on. Oh yeah, record. That's how I can see. Oh wow, the last time I was pulling on one of these was when Argus was around. Holy. Okay, so this is gonna be probably a couple of pulls, so let's do this. Alright, nothing new. That's the first one. That's the second one, which went absolutely dookie. Alright. Third one. Oh. Oh. Is it early? Is it early? Am I lucky? Oh shit. I'm lucky with something. Damn.
So you all live in a suitcase, eh? Of course, I understand that the Foundation has more urgent needs than finding a proper place to house their employees.
3 temples, let's go! Why is this game so lucky for me? Can I have this luck in other games? What? Why is this game so lucky? What the shit? Well, I guess this is it for the banner. That didn't even take a minute. Okay, well, oh, I guess all I can say is I'm sorry, not sorry. I don't know what's up with this game. This game has been a sheer luck fest since day one. But anyway, this is then where we're gonna cut it. So we'll continue this in the next part, and we're gonna finish off the rest of the main portion of the event story for the Uluru games, and then proceed into the two character stories and see what those are about. I wonder how long these are gonna be again, but considering previous records, these tend to be like at least an hour each, maybe even longer. We'll see, especially if they have some kind of minigame tied to them. But anyway, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. This is so far quite fun. Let's see how this is gonna go, right? But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, please consider leaving a like. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. More to come, of course. This is gonna be a long Let's Play series. And yeah, if you want to support me more directly, memberships are open. And like I say, no video will be behind a membership. Just pick one of the tiers you can afford, and thank you very much. And thank you very much to the members that are already supporting. Much appreciated, everybody. And yeah, let's keep on trucking through this thing. I will see you in the next one. Until then, have a good one, everybody. Bye-bye.